Hello everybody, Ross Fletcher with you again on SoundersFC.com for another CenturyLink scouting report. Chivas USA in town, having been beaten by the Sounders 2-0 in their meeting in June. Chivas still bottom of the Western Conference, but they're an ever-improving side. They have a new coach, Jose Luis Real. They won their first game since March in their last match against Toronto, and they have some new signings which make them a much more dangerous opponent. Here are three of their players to watch. Dan Kennedy, the Chivas goalkeeper, is established now as one of the best shot stoppers in Major League Soccer. Chivas have conceded more goals than anybody else in MLS this season, but if it wasn't for Kennedy's agility, I reckon they would have conceded more. Carlos Bocanegra, a huge signing along the back line. The 34-year-old former national team captain is adding real leadership to this Chivas team, which is exactly what they need. He's recently come back to the US after a 10-year spell away in Europe, most recently with Racing Santander in Spain. Gabriel Farfan, the former Philadelphia Union left-back, is now a central midfielder under Real at Chivas USA. He's 25, he's added a good solid presence in the middle as Chivas look to stem those goals and also create a little bit, getting regular playing minutes, having been mainly on the bench under John Hackworth on the East Coast. Now, as I mentioned, Chivas have a very leaky defence, but the signing of Bocanegra, I think, could be key to them becoming more solid. I'm going to show you his first game back in that win against Toronto. Early on, let's start the play in the first 20 minutes, and we'll see him coming through here on the right-hand side of your screen, mistiming his tackle and getting a yellow card. Almost welcome back to MLS. He just hadn't quite got the pace of play because he hasn't played many games since coming back to Chivas. It would take some time to get that rust out of his legs. But as the game wore on, his leadership, his organisational skills really came to the fore to solidify that Chivas defence. Here we can see later in the game Toronto trying to attack through the Chivas half. As you'll see as we play the action on here, Chivas USA have a good defensive bank of four and a second four here. As the ball comes into Osorio, we'll just stop the action here and assess his options. Right now, again, Bocanegra leading a good defensive line. There's a player offside in front. The guy out on the left-hand side, there's no available pass. Osorio sees that the passing lanes are all blocked. So what does he do? Here's the result. On we go, has to turn, no options available, goes backwards. Great stuff from Chivas, who keep their discipline because as the ball goes out to Bobby Convey on the left-hand side, they've held that line. Convey is offside. Chivas making it much more difficult for teams to penetrate through them, and I think Bocanegra is a key reason. One other little excerpt to show you, again, his reading of the game. A great interception coming up late in this match to keep Toronto from getting a very good chance on goal. So I want you to keep your eye here on Carlos Bocanegra, reading the play as Chivas try and defend here. Keep your eye here, ball comes through, there's the through ball, terrifically timed tackle from Bocanegra. That was excellent reading, and that block prevented a surefire chance on the Chivas goal. Again, that experience comes shining through. So if you want to watch the Sounders against Chivas, Seattle haven't lost to their foes since 2009. You can catch us on Kong 616, 7:30 for the pre-game show. We'll also be on Cairo Radio 97.3 FM. I'm Ross Fletcher, and that's your CenturyLink scouting report on SoundersFC.com.
Give your full 90 with the Sounders FC mobile app, featuring live audio, matchday blog and much more to keep you connected. Download your app at SoundersFC.com/mobile.